Hey guys, welcome to a brand new video to the channel. So in this video, we're doing something I've put off for a couple of weeks now. We are going to be looking at what I think is the best monster to train on your account in Runescape 3. Now, what we did a couple of weeks ago is we went and visited the Abbysal beasts, which is the monster I have in my personal slave dungeon, and how I pretty much train my necromancy. Now, Abbysal beasts require quite a decent slayer level and require level 105 slayer. Now, one thing I wanted to have a look at is seeing how good Abyssal Demons, the level 85 Slayer creature, which now I would class as a mid-level monster, how good does that compete in terms of GP per hour, but also XP per hour as well. Now, while we did the Abyssal Beast, we got in the region of about 8 to 900k Necromancy XP per hour, and also made roughly about 10 mil GP. But with the 20 level difference and the mass amount of XP, just how good are Abyssal Demons in 2025 RuneScape? Now, what I'm going to be doing is using pretty much the same setup as what I use for Abyssal Beast. I'm taking the full First Necromancer outfit and pretty much the same setup I took with the Ectoplasmator as well. Now, one thing I have swapped out was the Blood Fury. I am now taking the Demon Horn Necklace, but this is only because Abyssal Demons are going to be less grief than what the Abyssal Beasts are. They're going to be less damage for me anyway. And what I can do with the attuned Ectoplasmator and with the necklace is get infinite prayer, so I don't need to use penance powder. Basically, what the idea of this whole video is going to be is that I'm going to go in AFK for 3 overload flasks with aggression potions and pretty much AFK probably an hour to an hour and a half just to see what the XP is like and also what the GP is like as well. Now, I don't expect these to outperform Abyssal Beasts, but can they get close enough to where they can warrant training Abyssal Demons and not having to wait till Abyssal Beast to get to that point where you can highly AFK all your training. Now, with the personal Slayer dungeon as well, which you do need 99 Slayer to get to, you can quite easily go and get Abyssal Demon Souls and AFK in the same manner I did with the Beasts, but with the Abyssal Demons instead. Now, with the Slayer dungeon, you can sort of say that you're only 6 levels off actually into Abyssal Beast, but also with the Slayer Tower in Mauritania, you can pretty much AFK pretty hard anyway. So what I'm going to do is use the Mask of the Abyss, which is a Slayer mask you can force an Abyssal task with, and when it's classed as Abyssal Demons or Abyssal creatures, this means you can kill the Beasts, the Lords, any form of Abyssal creature will count towards that task. So it's a fantastic item to have, and if you don't have it already, on the next double XP, you can actually get it from the double XP store. But what I'm going to do is go to the Mauritania Slayer Tower, the top floor, and then what we're going to do is go to the absolute top floor and then sort of show you guys the area I'm intending to go and kill these. Now, you can do Abyssal Demons here, but where I prefer to do them is on this top floor here. It can be a little bit annoying though because you do have some Necryals around, but the vast additional amount of Abyssal Demons just means that you'll probably get some more XP and kills. So this is where I'm going to be for the next little bit. I'll pretty much AFK it away. I don't really want to show you guys me killing them because again, it's not really the content you guys want. I don't want to make this video too long. I want to get to the point and show you guys just how much loot you can make by just camping this spot. Now, just throw it again, you need 85 Slayer to get to Abyssal Demons. In my opinion now, that is not too much of a stretch as what it used to be. Slayer has massively changed, XP rates are a lot quicker, and there are other various methods as well where you can sort of push for some additional Slayer XP as well, like quest rewards, penguins, and all these other different things to try and get to this 85 mark quicker. But what I want to prove is that Abyssal Demons can be a permanent place for you to go and AFK your stats while making some huge profits on the side as well. So if you ever have any AFK downtime, you don't have to go and do skills. You can actually come and do Abyssal Demons and AFK pretty hard as well because these aggression flasks are going to give you a full 6 minutes of AFK time. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go and get started and I will come back to report to you guys on how the Abyssal Demons have gone. And let's just see how good these monsters are in 2025. They are definitely getting on a bit now. They are pushing 20 years old in the game. Obviously, their main drops, the whips, are obsolete. But let's see just how good they are in terms of all the other drops. So, just for you guys, I have just set up here. And I have reset my loot tracker. So, we'll roughly know what we've got in terms of drops. Because the point of Abyssal Demons is, in my opinion, you're just going to go in AFK. So, yeah. So, we're going to start on a GP stack of 169,660k, and yeah, we're gonna go for an hour, see how we go, and see really are Abyssal Demons worth doing in RuneScape 3. Now, though we actually timed that pretty well, my Ectoplasmator ran out of charges just before the end of that as well. So hour wrapped up in Abbysal Demons, nice and AFK. In terms of XP, 153k prayer, which you'll have to halve because I do have some bonus XP prayer, but 75k prayer XP per hour for just AFKing is really, really good. Like, I would quite happily take that as well. And that's why when it comes to things which drop ashes, I always try and use the ectoplasmator, just because I think overall the prayer XP is solid after a while as well. And 522k necromancy XP as well is actually not bad. Obviously, it's nothing quite like what the Abyssal Beasts are. But again, this is only a level 85 Slayer creature now. And 85 Slayer really is quite achievable with things like Slayer Dummies, all the buffs, necromancy as well for slaying. You really do get to level 85 very, very quickly. But the main point of this video, though, was what GP were we going to make? Now, the drop log didn't do what I expected it to do. I thought the drop log would keep track of every drop, even if I didn't pick it up. But it's actually only drops we picked up as well. So that is a little bit annoying. But what I'll do is just clean up the info so we've got stuff which we can price check. I don't think it's worthwhile as like noting rubies. I think that's just a little bit too much. So 39 of those, 27 of those, and then 60 of the rubies. They drop so many rubies, but rubies at the minute, you're losing money with note paper, so they actually aren't worth picking up. So yeah, so I need to withdraw. Let's see. So we had 169,600k. So pretty decent, 3.6 mil cash, which is actually pretty good. Withdraw 3.6. So this would have just been sheerly from the rune alcohols. And from what the wiki says, with necromancy, you do make a little bit less than magic. And I think that's because magic's got more AoE abilities. The AoE abilities just mean you get more kills per hour. Necromancy, you pretty much just got the scythe for the major AoE damage, but it's still pretty good. And again, we're AFKing this. Really, Abyssal Demons are more for XP than actual GP. And that's what I would focus on, is that it's more for the actual XP. But in terms of what we're going to get per hour, we got just under 400 crimsons, which is still very, very solid. Like, that is a really good amount of crimsons per hour. In 5.4 mil, which for the purpose of like leveling up your stats, leveling up your invention armors, to get 5.4 mil per hour from a monster you only need to have level 85 Slayer for. Yes, Abyssal Beast, you're going to be making double the profit per hour. But again, 85 Slayer versus 108, it's a big, big gap. And Abyssal Demons is what I would recommend people of the mid-level getting to in terms of a Slayer level, and using Abyssal Demons to train their accounts up as well. So, very good way to make some money. Don't need to do it with Necromancy, you can still do it with melee and magic. Like I said before, magic is probably the best method, and you can do it with range as well. But with this, you're going to get serious XP, serious invention XP, you're going to get good charms, and you're going to make roughly between 5 to 8 mil per hour, depending on which method you wanted to do. Now, if you did have the archaeology level to do the Death Note perk, that'll bring in a little bit more GP, but to be fair, the price of ashes at the minute aren't really worth picking up. I would much rather, for 400 GP, in the sake of 400 GP, yes, you're probably going to get something like 250 kills an hour. I would much rather use the ectoplasmator and the demon horn necklace, convert that into basically timeless prayer XP. It's basically, I've just got 150k prayer XP, admittedly with bonus XP, and I've not had to do anything for it. That's worth much more to me than the amount of ashes we could get, even if I was to get 500k in ashes, which I don't think we've got anywhere near, because that would have been something like 1,000 plus kills per hour. I think it was much more worthwhile for me to get that XP instead. Even like the 75k XP, 75k XP, which I don't have to train, is much more worthwhile, because after 10 hours, not only would I have made 50 mil profit, I would have got 750k prayer XP just from AFKing those Abyssal Demons. But really don't sort of underestimate the XP you're going to get from Abyssal Demons. They were the absolute standout monster to go in camp for invention in the early stages. And they still are really, really good invention XP as well. But definitely on the next bonus XP, go after the Abyssal Mask, because that will be massive. You can force a task every day. And even if you're not the most avid Slayer, you can go and do one Abyssal task a day. Make 5 mil in an hour. And like over a week, that's 35 mil per hour. That can go towards paying for a bond. Between an hour of Abyssal Demons and doing your Ultra Compost every day, that will pretty much cover your membership package, which is what we're always trying to aim for on this series, to show you guys all these different methods you can do as well. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. It's been a little while since we've reviewed Abyssal Demons, so we've done the Abyssal Beasts and we've done the Abyssal Demons. Abyssal Lords, I think at some point I will go and give it another test. That does drop the Abyssal Whip add-on, or the new Abyssal Whip, and also the Jaws of Abyss. And I just want to see how much better that is. Because with the Abyssal Mask, you can actually do Lords, Beasts, or go and do these as well. You can do all the Abyssal creatures you want to with that mask. So really, it could be the most important unlock you can get from a double XP store, which is why we're going to go and do that as well, maybe in a month or two, just so we've covered off all the different options. But for me, Abyssal Demons, at least till you can do Abyssal Beasts, and then put them in your personal slave dungeon. You can get everything you kind of need to build an account up. Really good monster, severely underrated in today's time. Everyone just thinks about the fact that the whip's not worth anything, but because Pure Essence is worth so much more now, in essence, the Pure Essence is your whip job now. They've really changed prices. We've got just under 6k Pure Essence for the hour, and that's made us 1.2 mil, which in another life, that would have basically made us like 120k because Pure Essence just didn't have a price. But that is going to be us rounding off this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you've got any suggestions of things you want me to see, any monsters you want me to go and try, I am planning on going to test some of the higher level Slayer monsters out again. There are things like Moss Golems, Ripper Demons, Nodon Dragon Kings, which have slightly changed drop tables. Things are in different demand now, and I'm going to go test out all their GPs per hour. But if you've got any suggestions, anything you want to watch, drop in the comments, and I'll make sure to jump on them and get them done as soon as possible. But thank you guys for watching once again. If you have enjoyed, please make sure to like and subscribe. And I'll see you guys very soon in the next video.